Okay, I'm going to do a quick review here of the Riva or the Riva 510 electronic cigarette, which I picked up from libertyflights.com. Done a couple of orders with them so far, and everything's worked out great. I ordered my Riva. It shipped out the same day that I ordered it, and I received it about 3 days after I ordered it. I'm out here on the East Coast, and it came from San Diego, so that's good. Comes in this little black box here. It came with 2 batteries, 2 atomizers, a box full of cartridges that are empty. They don't come pre-filled with any juice. And it comes with, of course, the USB battery charger and a wall charger that the USB charger plugs into. Now you have a wall charger that you can plug your battery into, and that works very well. Now, this is what it looks like. So if you can get a good look at it there. I have a drip tip on mine, which is a little bit shorter than the cartridges that it comes with, maybe about 1/4 of an inch shorter. And I found out recently that I prefer the dripping method over using cartridges or cartomizers. I don't know. I just like doing it that way. But you do whatever you want. I was a little bit apprehensive at first about getting something that looks like this. You know, obviously doesn't really look like a regular cigarette. And I started out with a kind of a no-name knockoff e-cig that does look like a regular cigarette, and it was okay. First thing I noticed with that was that the battery didn't last very long. The cartridge did not hold a whole lot of juice. I had to refill it all the time, which in light of the fact that I prefer dripping, I guess is not really that big a deal. But anyway, at the time I didn't, I was just getting started. I didn't know what I liked, and that was definitely an issue when I was starting out, that the cartridge did not hold a lot of juice, and I had to recharge the battery probably every 2 hours or so. So that's kind of a pain. And it also only came with 1 battery, so I had to be constantly plugging it in when I wasn't using it to make sure that I would have a charge when I needed it. This battery, for me, it lasts usually all day. I've only had maybe 2 or 3 days that a battery didn't last me the whole day, and those were days where I was drinking friends, and usage was a little bit more than normal, like it is with most people when they're drinking. So that's, it's great that the battery will last that long, and you have a second battery, so I always keep one charged anyway, just in case. So if I am drinking and I'm using it more, the battery dies, I just rotate to the next battery, and I'm good to go. No problem. I try to rotate my atomizers because I've always read that that will prolong your life. I've had this for about a month now, and I've had no issues really with anything yet. So far so good. So that's all good. This is a manual battery. It's got a button here, which I guess you can see that light up. So you have to push that button. It's not an automatic. You don't just put it in your mouth and suck on it and get vapor. You have to push the button down. That's good for dripping, apparently, because that means the battery is sealed. And I guess, of course, I've never had this happen, but if you have an automatic battery, it's got a hole in it, and when you're dripping, I guess some juice can get down into the battery and you can damage your battery. So this is sealed, and obviously that won't happen with the sealed battery. So if you like dripping, obviously that's a good thing. This battery, or the button rather, it feels good. It doesn't. I haven't had any issues with button sticking or anything like that. Certainly doesn't feel like it's going to fall out of there, anything like that. So no real issues, nothing special. It's just a button, but it does what it should do and continues to work just fine. The vapor production seems pretty good. Of course, it varies from juice to juice. I have one bottle of juice. I don't think the vapor is all that great, but I think it's probably the juice. Right here, I have a little homebrew. You can't. Well, I just put an S on there for spearmint, but put a little drop on there. You can see that it makes a lot of vapor. Now this is I use pretty high content of VG as opposed to the PG, which I read makes more vapor anyway. But so you can see it does a pretty good job. Makes plenty of vapor, plenty of throat hit, and again, you know, part of that is the e-cig itself. Part of that is the particular juice that you're using, the nicotine content, all that kind of good stuff. As far as durability, seems pretty good. Like I said, I've had this a month. I haven't had any issues with the atomizers or the batteries, anything like that. I did drop one. It was the other battery. I can tell because I can't see the nicks on it. I did drop mine the other day on my driveway, and it was at nighttime, and you know it's black, as you can see. So it's pretty hard to see on a driveway in the middle of the night. And I stepped on it, and it got nicked up a little bit, but you know, no worse for the wear. Nothing broke or anything like that. It still works fine. The finish looks, you know, fine. Still just not on this one, but on the other battery around the gold band, it got nicked up pretty good when I stepped on it. But you know, what do you expect when you step on your e-cig? You know. So I would definitely recommend this to anybody who's looking for an e-cig. Um, $30 over at libertyflights.com, so you really can't go wrong. $30 for 2 batteries, 2 atomizers, extra cartridges, the charger, the little box, everything. Shipping is, you know, they charge me about $3, and that's, you know, from coast to coast. So shipping is more than reasonable. Not much else to say. This is great. I haven't had an analog cigarette in over a month since I started using this. It's kept me off the analogs very effectively. I love it. It was probably one of the best investments I've ever made. $30 to get me off cigarettes. Can't beat it. So if you're looking for something, and if you don't mind something that doesn't look like a regular cigarette, you're looking for something with a better battery life than what you've got, this fits the bill. So, like I said, highly recommend it. So go down to Liberty Flights, look for the Riva 510, give it a go. You can't lose.